Hey, Dirty here with today's series of Fix My Swing. And today we're going to talk about swing path, about barrel control and the load, and how the load sets you up for success to have a good swing path. The swing path is the barrel of the bat coming through that hitting zone to make contact with the ball to drive it into fair play. Okay, parallel with the ball below, the ball goes up in the air. When you're just above, the ball goes down. And when you hit just below the middle portion of the ball, you get that smooth line drive. So our hands are in that standard grip, and you're in that death grip, and you're holding it in the palms of your hand. You lose a lot of area of plate coverage because of the way that you're holding the bat. And then with just one adjustment of putting it into our fingers and lining up those knuckles and lining up those fingers so they're pointing the same, now you extend the barrel or hands to get that bat in that swing path longer. So I'll show you the difference there in that death grip where you're holding the bat here. And go ahead and come out. And we lose a lot of distance into the plate coverage or the zone to hit that bat. So what we do to correct that, we may lean in, okay? And that you'll actually not do yourself any favors by doing that. So hands back here, and then you have all the overlap grip where people will go to the extreme measure where you're here. Now you really have some coverage there. So something that's comfortable to you where you get enough power, but then also a barrel control. So barrel control is lining this bat up to the ball to be able to hit it with maximum effort. Okay, so now that we've talked about the hands, we're going to talk about the most important part for the beginning softball player to help guide them for maximum swing path, barrel in the swing path, okay, into the zone. Wherever this lead elbow goes, that's where the barrel of the bat's going to go. So my lead elbow comes out here, okay, its barrel is going to come out there. And then the only way to fix that, if most of you guys cast out, come here, is to step out to create that hitting the ball in the barrel, right? So your lead elbow is going to have a lot to do with where that swing path goes. So if you pull it straight to the pitcher, then this top hand, this guide hand, is going to get right to the barrel of the bat, okay? Now that takes a lot of technique, and what can you do for that? Well, you choke up on the bat here, and you do single hand drills where you're leading out, and you're leading out with that elbow with your body to hit through, okay? Now, one thing you want to do with that swing path is you want to make sure you're not coming over the top like I just did on that first one, and you're coming through here. So don't roll over. You want to stay there so that ball has a little bit of backspin to it, okay? Don't come over, okay? And then when you've done that a few times and you can feel really comfortable that you're not coming over the top here, or you're moving your foot, your feet want to be parallel to the plate, the bat here, and then through, okay? Then you can go back to both hands. Okay, here, and let it settle, okay? Settle anywhere you like, but you're almost like if you're like doing the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, but your hands are just coming just here to that shoulder. So your hands go, all right, bat path and our load. So make sure our hands are in a very good loaded position You don't want to be in the front here to then go out and reach the ball, because when you're reaching out in front, you have no bat path through the hitting zone for optimal power. Okay, so hands back to be able to throw right through. So a good rule of thumb when you're taking batting practice or you're hitting off a tee is to put this, you can put this right in the front of your front foot, right in front of your hip, and hit this ball right up the middle with backspin. And remember, our load, then also our lead elbow. This top hand is a guide hand, and this was what controls the barrel through the zone. Obviously, this one is your power, and it's connected to your backside. And then this is your guide hand that comes through, okay? So your guide hand, if it's here and you're death gripping it, it's gonna come through and you're gonna jam yourself. If you can hold it here into the fingers and get underneath, you're gonna be able to spin through there and hit that backspin on that ball to get that maximum carry, okay? When you come in here and you hold it like so, and your fingers are pointing opposite direction, you lose power, okay? And if you keep both hands on the bat, you really lose power. So what happens is people will try to create more bat speed when they hold it like so, and this hand will just come off really, really early. All right, to recap for bat path or your swing path through the hitting zone to make great contact, we're going to talk about our load, or recap our load and where our hands need to be. Not in the middle, but somewhere back here where it's nice and comfortable. And then also our lead elbow and how that guides your bat to get it through the zone, and this top hand finishes. Okay, so they work together, but they work individually. So it's great to do single-handed drills. There. And this top hand, hello. Then your top hand. And then finally together. Barrel control. And being able to control this barrel, because you're not always just going to swing straight across here. Sometimes you have to come down and get it, and sometimes you got to come up and hit that ball here, because you can't hit it like this and you can't hit it like this. So this bottom hand, okay, for right-handers it's your left hand, and for left-handers it's your right hand. This bottom hand is going to be the start, and this lever point is where it's really going to begin, and this is going to guide right at the end. Okay, so if it's a low pitch, you can't come down because you would hit the ball on the ground for a ground ball. So you got to, as you're starting your swing, you're going to come down to it, and then this hand's going to bring it to that hitting zone. Okay, and the opposite, hello. Still going, right? And the opposite, when the ball's high or even higher than that, you have to control here, okay? So you wouldn't come here because then the ball would go straight up in the air. So you have to come there, and that hand comes, and then this top hand is what brings your barrel of the bat through the hitting zone. The top of the ball, it's down through the ball, okay? And when it's low, You have to get down through the ball. Now, I'm a big proponent in tee work of against the top hand or the high tee. High tee is good, but also practice the low tee, because when a pitcher's pitching to you, he's going to pitch you high and deep and flat and short. And if you've never practiced the low tee setup, then you're making yourself a one-dimensional hitter with only high pitches, and a good pitcher will be able to exploit that. So it's okay to work the high tee, but that's the easy one. That low pitch too, to be able to go down and get it without hitting a ground ball and hitting it away from a defense, is also equally important. So controlling the barrel. The best way to control the barrel is to, remember we talked about the fulcrum, okay? Is to be able to hold the bat comfortably, that you have good control of that bat. So if you're down here holding it like this and you can't control it very well, then you may want to go say here or here or here, okay? I don't recommend you holding the bat like this or like this, because you're not going to be able to get good extension when you hit. Going back up, let me hold the bat like that. Oh boy, that hurts a little bit. So you want to be able to have nice, good, loose hands when you're swinging that bat, so you can create that backspin and more distance. To help control the barrel, nice, good, solid core, and a good balanced rotation around your body. Off balance, bad hit. Off balance, much better. All for joining on this series of Fix My Swing, and talking about bat path, swing path, barrel control, and all that good stuff. Please like and subscribe to this video. See you guys all in the next one.